You were the first man I admired, who wasn't just a fantasy. You had the way of reading rooms I wanted you to teach to me. I watched how you moved between the men who had the power and the door. I studied every choice you made. I wanted to become more. Then I started being more, and you became a different thing. And the lesson you taught best of all was what a threatened teacher brings. The teacher's sin is fear of what the student has become. The teacher's sin is burning what he spent his lifetime building from. You gave me every tool I have, and then you used them against me. The teacher's sin is teaching, son, and then becoming the enemy. I think about the afternoon you told them what I planned. I think about the calculation, how deliberate, how planned. You smiled at me 2 days before and called me your best work, then dismantled every structure I had built, deliberate and curt. I don't know what you feared most, that I'd surpass or that I'd fail. Either way, the ending was the same. The teacher turned the nail. The teacher's sin is fear of what the student has become. The teacher's sin is burning everything the lessons had begun. I won't be angry here. You don't deserve my anger. You deserve something much worse, which is my absolute indifference. Everything you built in me, I used, just not for you. The teacher's sin is what he did. The student's response is this: I built a world from what you gave me, and you're not on the list. Put on my coat this morning with a different kind of weight. said goodbye to every room and every promise, running late. The photographs still on the wall, I left them where they stood. Some things deserve to stay behind in the only life that's good. A man who's done what I have done don't get a clean exit. He gets a quiet morning and a coat, and that's about the size of it. One last coat, one last door, one last look at everything I said I'd die for. One last night of knowing who I was and what I'd been. One last coat on the back of a man the world will not see again. I left the keys on the counter by the coffee I won't drink. I stood beside the window for a moment just to think about the life that could have been if certain roads had turned, and whether I was leaving or just going where I'd earned. You don't mourn the life you lived, you only mourn the life you missed. And mine was never on the list. One last coat, one last door, one last look at everything I said I'd die for. One last night of knowing who I was and what I'd been. One last coat on the back of a man the world will not see again. I'm not running, I'm not hiding, I'm just done with the particular geometry of this particular life. Some men go out with fire, some go out with a name. I'm going out the back way, which is roughly how I came. One last coat, one last door, one last look at everything I bled and lived for. One morning without anyone to hold me to my past. One last coat on the back of a man who chose to leave at last. I used to know the enemy by how he held his silence, by how he used the room and how the room adjusted back. I studied him for years before I understood the method. And somewhere in the studying, I learned to move like that. It happened slow the way the important changes happen. Not overnight, but across the architecture of a decade. And one morning in the mirror, I recognized the posture of the man I'd spent my youth and best intentions trying to evade. I became the thing that I had come to dismantle. I became the thing by learning how to handle every room the way he would, every door the way he'd close it. I became the thing, and only I can know it. I don't know if this is failure or the inevitable physics of a man who wears a method long enough to wear it in. Maybe every generation builds the very thing it's fighting, and the next one learns it and begins again. I'm not asking for forgiveness, there's no absolution in this song. I'm just naming what I see in the window when it's dark enough to show the truth of things. I became the thing, and the thing is not all bad. The thing is also discipline and patience and the keeping of a code. So maybe I became the complicated version of the enemy that still had something worth becoming. I became the thing, not everything, but some of it. I became the thing, and I'm still living from it, learning what to keep from what I should have left behind. I became the thing, and now I'm trying to redesign. She poured my coffee without asking how I took it. After the second morning, she just knew. She never asked me where I'd been the night before. Just moved around the kitchen, quiet and true. She found the things I kept inside the lining of my coat. She put them back and never said a word. Some women run from what they find inside a man like me. She was the only one who stayed, and that I heard she knew what I was, and she stayed anyway. She knew what the nights cost, and she greeted every day. She never asked me to be something I was not. She just loved the broken parts of me that the rest of the world forgot. She knew what I was. I tried to build a wall between her and the work I did, pretend that there were two of me. She saw right through it. She said one night while I was leaving, come back in one piece. I said I always do. She said so far. I never deserved the way she looked at me, with full eyes and no accusation. I never deserved the grace of a woman who understood the complication. And I would burn every empire I built to have her back for one more morning. She knew what I was. She knew, and she stayed.
The street that built me had no name worth putting on the map. A strip of broken concrete where the promises fell flat. But every man who walked it learned a language none could write. The grammar of survival and the dialect of night. They talk about their education, I talk about mine too. Corner of the place where I learned everything I knew. The street that built me wasn't pretty, wasn't kind. They took the soft parts of a boy and left the iron behind. I don't go back often can't undo what it has done. But everything I am today was started on that run. The street that built me, watch the old men play their cards beneath the hanging lights. I watched the hungry ones decide what they were worth at night. I watched the ones who tried to leave and the ones who chose to stay. And I decided somewhere in between I'd build my own damn way. They gave me nothing for me, no diploma and no key, just the education of a place that didn't care for me. The street that built me wasn't pretty, wasn't kind. It took the soft parts of a boy and left the iron behind. I don't go back often, can't undo what it has done. But everything I am today was started on that run. I've stood in rooms with powerful men and not one of them scared me, because every man I've ever met was softer than that street was to me. It didn't break me, it didn't take me, it made me exactly what they never saw coming. Wasn't pretty, wasn't kind. It took the soft in me and forged the iron behind. I walk with it, I carry it, I can't undo what's done. The street that built me made me every single one.
They always told me reach the top and everything would change. I reached the top at 40 and the view was cold and strange. The men below me looked so small from where I now could see. But what I didn't understand, they couldn't see me. I built the room they all admired and sat inside alone. I filled it with the trophies of the battles I had won. I called the men who'd helped me there and poured them all a drink. They laughed and raised their glasses. None of them could see me sink. The view from the top is silence. The view from the top is space, where every room gets emptier and fewer know your face. You fight your way way to the summit and stand there in the cold. The view from the top is everything except what you were told. My father never made it here. He fell before the climb. My mother lit a candle for the life I left behind. I wonder now in quiet what the lesser versions of me would think of this apartment and the silence and this fear. I have everything, and I've never been more alone in my life than standing here. What was all of this for? If there's nobody left at the door. From the top is silence that nobody warned me about. The view from the top is everything I worked for, and now I doubt.
There came in the winter when they thought I was at my lowest. They came with the assumption that the season had me bent. They walked into the story they had written about me in advance and found a different chapter than the one they thought they meant. I let them make their offer, watched them lay it on the table. I let them make their case for what they thought I couldn't fight. I let them feel the fullness of the moment they'd been building. Then I took the offer, folded it, and said, not tonight. The night they tried is the night that built the ceiling. The night they tried is the night that changed the dealing. They came for what they thought was broken, found what had been forged. The night they tried was the last night they had that kind of told the story different to the men who weren't there. I heard they made it something closer to what they prepared. But every man who was in that room knows what the silence said when they left without the thing they came to take from me instead. There are moments in a man's life that become the line between version before and the version that remains. That night was mine, and I'll tell you what I felt. Not victory, not relief, just confirmation of I already knew about myself. You came for everything I built and left with nothing but the knowledge that you never had the rage. The night they tried became the night I understood. The night they tried to take from me what's mine for good. They showed me what I'm made of by testing what they thought was soft. The night they tried is the night that paid off. I built my empire on the silence of my enemies. Learned early on that trust is just a debt you cannot see. They smiled across the table, shook my hand and called me friend. But I watched their eyes real careful, knew exactly where it ends. They said I'd never rise above the ground where I was born. But every scar they gave me just became a sharper thorn. Cold is the crown on the head of men who walk alone. Silence is the language of a king who's built his throne. I don't speak in anger, and I don't beg for my place. But every man who crossed me learned the meaning of disgrace. Cold is the crown. I pour my wine in solitude and toast the breaking dawn. Watch the men who burn me try to figure where I've gone. I don't the shadows of the past or call for war. I simply become everything they never were prepared for. They mistook my stillness for a weakness in my bones. Now they stand outside the gates of everything I own. Cold is the crown upon the head of men who walk alone. Silence is the language of a king who's built his throne. I don't speak in anger, and I don't beg for my place. But every man who crossed me
prayers, raise my glass to the end you never planned. Cold is a crown upon the head of men who walk alone. Silence is the language of a king who's built his throne. I don't speak in anger, and I don't beg for my place, but every man who crossed me learned the meaning of disgrace. Cold is the crown.
Built our empires on the opposite sides of the same dark city. Started from the same hunger, ended in a different committee. I knew your name before you knew mine. That was by design. You studied the map of the territory. I studied the man behind the line. Now we're sitting at the same table, same drink, same room. Two kings who both know exactly how this ends. And too soon, two kings at the same table, two codes that cannot reconcile, two men who respect each other across an impossible mile. We built the same kind of empire, with the same kind of blood and cost. Two kings at the same table, knowing one of us is already lost. I don't hate you, I want that said before whatever comes. I hate the mathematics of the situation, not what you've become. You're the version of me that took a different road at 22. And I'm the version you'd have been if certain things broke through. Two mirrors facing each other in a room with no escape. We both see the reflection, we both know what's at stake. Two kings at the same table, two codes that cannot reconcile, two men who understand each other across an impossible mile. If we were different men in a different time, we might have built something worth seeing. But the city doesn't bend for sentiment, and neither do we. I respect you. That's why this is so cold.
this ends alone.
I have been silent for 60 years about the things that cost me sleep. I kept my mouth shut in the rooms where men decided what to keep. I watched them build their stories on the rubble of the truth, and I stayed quiet, God forgive me, from the day I lost my youth. 60 years of silence, that's a long time not to speak. 60 years of carrying what the honest call antique. I don't regret the living, I regret the things unsaid. 60 years of silence, son, follow someone else instead. Oh, I had a family that loved me, and a family they never knew. I had a life inside the daylight, and a life in darker hues. I convinced myself that keeping quiet was protecting everyone, but silence is a selfish thing when it's the only thing you've done. 60 years of silence, that's a weight no man should own. 60 years of keeping every secret carved in stone. The things I never told her, the names I never said. 60 years of silence, son, don't end up here instead. I'm telling you this now, not because it saves me, but because you're standing where I stood at your age, and you still have the choice that I didn't take. Keep one person in this world you tell the truth to, just one. Don't be like me. Keeping all the weight that wasn't fair. I built a wall of nothing, and I called it discipline. 60 years of silence, son, don't let that be your hymn. I built things that will stand when no one knows my name is on them. I laid foundations under buildings people walk above. I made decisions that will echo 40 years in ripples that nobody will trace back to the source of where they come from. That's how I wanted it, not from a lack of pride, but from a deeper understanding of what permanence requires. The man who builds for credit builds a different kind of structure than the man who builds because the thing itself requires. The invisible legacy is the one that doesn't ask for a plaque. The invisible legacy is the thing that holds the world in the bag of the mind of every person who was shaped by what you made. The invisible legacy is the longest kind of mark a man has laid. My name will not be on the bridge, but I know where I put the steel. My name will not be on the building, but I know which floor is real. I did the work that needed doing at the level that it needed, and I sleep the way a man sleeps when his conscience is completed. They will wonder how it held so long. They will study what was underneath. They will find the quality of something built by someone who believed that the work itself was the reward, and left it at that. I built this without needing you to know it was me, and that is everything I ever wanted to be. The invisible legacy is the one the centuries will find. The invisible legacy is the one that doesn't need a sign. I built it, I am done now. I can go in peace at last. The invisible legacy is the only one that lasts. Miller's gonna close on Friday, and they're selling off the stools. The jukebox and the back booth, where we learn the older rules of how men talk to other men. Nobody's performing, of how you hold a glass and what the silence in between is for. I've been coming here since I was just too young to be here. Sat beside my father once and watched him with the men. They talked in half sentences and finished each other's thinking. And I took notes on everything and vowed to learn it then. Last around at Miller's for the bar that built a code. Last around at Miller's before they close and sell and fold. I'll raise a glass to everyone who ever sat in this particular light. Last round at Miller's, and one more after that tonight. Every man who ever needed somewhere he could be himself, without performance or agenda, or the grinding of the gears. Found a bar stool at the corner and a bartender who'd listen, and walked out a little cleaner for the time he'd spent in here. I know it's just a building, I know it's just a room, I know the men who made it are themselves almost all gone. But some rooms hold the memory of what happened in them, and Miller's held the kind of men I wanted to become. Last around at Miller's, last glass for what this place has been. Last round at Miller's for every man who came in from the rain, for every honest conversation and every quiet understood. Last round at Miller's for the bar that made us good. I've been right about most things. Say that without apology. I built enough to know the shape of what I know. But there was one time, one specific winter in my late 30s, where I was wrong in a way that took 5 years to show. I thought I understood a man because I'd studied him for seasons. I thought the reading I had done was close enough to truth. I acted on that confidence without the margin for the error, and it cost me more than I had planned to lose. The one time I was wrong was the most expensive lesson. The one time I was wrong was the most useful session of everything I've learned in 40 years of careful moving. The one time I was wrong is the thing I'm still improving from. I didn't hide from it. I sat inside the consequence directly. I didn't make excuses for the calculation that it failed. I took apart exactly where the thinking had gone sideways, and I rebuilt the whole methodology from what it had unveiled. I'm telling you this plainly because the man I wanna be is honest about the limits of what he thought he knew. The most dangerous thing walking is a man who's never been wrong, who hasn't built the muscle of accounting for the cost. Don't be that man. The one time I was wrong taught me how to be more right. The one time I was wrong turned the error into light. I don't celebrate the mistake, but I honor what it gave. The one time I was wrong made me someone worth the page. I remember your name, not the way that the wounded remember, not with anger, not with fire, just the way a man remembers a number he intends to call. I remember what you said and what you didn't say, and what your silence in that room cost me every single day. I remember your name. I remember the chair you sat in. I remember the hand you extended while the other one was planning. I remember your name. Don't think that I forgot.
Don't build your life too high on a foundation I have not. I remember your name. You moved across the city like a man who'd walked away clean. You told yourself the story where you're somewhere in between. Not guilty, not exactly, just surviving like we all do, but surviving on the grave of what you buried. That's on you. I remember your name. I remember the chair you sat in. I remember the hand you extended while the other one was planning. I remember your name. Don't think I forgot. I've just been building everything on the foundation of what's not. I don't need to explain what comes next. You already know what a man who remembers and says nothing has in store. I just wanted you to know that I remember. Your name. I remember your name. I remember every detail. I've had years of practice, and patience never fails.